Okay, guys. I was on YouTube not too long ago, and just like browsing, watching a couple of videos, and I came across this video. Um, I don't remember the name of the YouTuber or the YouTube channel, but pretty much the person was talking about Megan the Stallion and Nicki Minaj, and which and was pretty much talking about. They pretty much mentioned, not really talked about, but mentioned that Megan got Grammys, and she was pretty much, they were like pretty much pointing it out that she was, most likely possibly shading Nicki Minaj, for having won, Grammys, and whilst Nicki has never won any, and like I've been saying in a lot of my videos, I don't like follow up on these celebrities. I don't watch the Grammys. I don't do any of that shit. I'm pretty much like in a world to myself, and you know, that's why I haven't uploaded anything for months, because it was a long hiatus, and I was just pretty much resting, working, working for the most part, and then resting too, and just relaxing, watching some Netflix, watching, YouTube videos, and not about celebrities, more like YouTube videos about crimes, and murders. I like those investigative, kind of shit. They like pretty much, I don't know. I know there's a reason why I like them, because like ever since I was a kid growing up, I always wanted to, which was what led me to astrology and tarot. Was like I've always wanted to understand why people do the things they do, why they think, or how is it that they think the way they think. And that led me to psychology, and then psychology that led me to, further on, I was led to astrology, and then tarot. So I like watching those stuff, because I like, trying to understand why people do certain things, and you know to get an understanding, as to, to get just like briefing myself about the shit that's going on out there in the world. So even though I'm not in the streets, I'm not a street girl, I still know about a lot of shit that takes place in the street, in these streets, because I go looking for, you know this information, what's really going on out there, so I know that people can be really fucked up, and, wicked as hell. You feel what I'm trying to say? And I don't know if I mentioned it on this platform before, but being, wicked is different from being evil. Evil is, unless this is gonna sound like a contradiction, but those who got the scope of understanding will get the gist. Evil is a necessary form of wickedness. Okay, it's wickedness that gotta exist to get rid of the unnecessary wickedness. You feel what I'm trying to say? It's like it's what you call those rebellious heroes out there, like Robin Hoods and Zorros, Superman, Batman. They are not affiliated with the Matrix. They go against the Matrix. But guess what? They be doing the right thing. I mean, like, is the fucking Matrix helping anybody? Fuck nah. Anyways, but what I'm trying to say is these, and I wouldn't even say like yo, in a way, I wouldn't even really say Batman and Superman are evil. Are they? They're not. But some people would say they're evil, but no, I wouldn't even say they're evil because they don't really even kill anybody. I think maybe Superman would more likely kill, but Batman, no, he's got that holier than thou fucking persona. But I'm trying to think of somebody who fits that, persona, or falls in that criteria. It's like you kill the wicked motherfuckers and you ain't sorry about it. So, and you do it without even cringing. You feel what I'm trying to say? So it's like you evil, but you're not wicked. And being evil is not something to look down on. It's just that people don't understand. I mean, like, definition, man, they're a hell of a thing. When you don't understand the meaning of something, on a spiritual plane, because that's all that really matters, the matrix is shit, then you have the wrong reaction and facial expression towards shit. Okay? Evil, I mean, like, I'm not religious, but I know I read in the Bible because I was grown religious. Evil shall slay the wicked. I read that in the Bible, and that clicked in my spirit. Not, of course, not when I was going to church, but yeah, I guess there's then from a subconscious level. But when I left the church, it really, what was clicking subconsciously made its way to the surface, and then I started really getting into the gist of what the shit that really means on a spiritual level. Evil shall slay the wicked. And it's like evil is a necessary wicked. You feel what I'm trying to say? Wicked is just somebody just being cruel unnecessarily. You don't got to do that shit, but you do it. And evil is there to deal with you. You feel what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So it's like saying God is evil because he fucks up the wicked people. But is him being evil bad? Nah. The Great Spirit is evil. If that's how we want to term it, because that's how I call the higher being, some at times, most times nowadays, the primordial beings, our ancestors, the archangels, the spirits, they're fucking evil, but that's not a bad thing. Okay? Being wicked, that's a fucking fucked up and bad thing. So, okay, I figured as much. I think I said this before. I got ADHD, so in my mind is very proactive, and there are million and one and more, topics circulating in my mind. Most of the times they're interrelated, sometimes not really, and so sometimes I forget what the fuck I was saying initially. So let's try to get back to where I was before talking about explaining the difference between evil and wicked. Okay, so we were talking about Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion, and the fact that Nicki doesn't got any Grammys and Megan got Grammys. And eventually, I guess I'll remember what the fuck I was that led to that got me talking about evil and wicked. Okay, so I hope I remember before I decide to stop this recording. Anyways, because I got all the shit I want to do today. Anyway, so I'm still trying to connect the dot because I don't want to leave that door open. But okay. Oh, I had to pause the recording to remember. I remember. So I was talking about my fascination with, the psychology of fucking people, the mentality of people, why they do shit, why they think the way they think, how and whatever. And that led me from, to psychology, and from psychology to astrology and to tarot. Okay. So, that's what I do with most of my time. If I'm not watching some movie or some series, some show on Netflix, okay? So I haven't even been doing like any readings and uploading to my TikTok. I haven't even been doing that for months. And pretty much that's why I don't really got time for people. Because like there's so many things that I do with myself, by myself. You feel me? And there I go, derailing again. I remember maybe a year ago or over a year ago, you guys might hear my creepy ass mother and sister in the background praying and singing. Shala la la la. That's what they do. They're religious nuts. Okay, pay them no mind. Okay, listen to my voice. So, I remember like a year ago or over a year ago, sometime, yeah. It's not. I don't think it's been 2 years. Could be. Fucking knows, cause like time be moving like confusing. Since this 12-year cycle and shit. But anyways, let's just say so I was like wishing like, because I was like the clean type, want to be in love, want to be in relationships. And I was like, spirit, like literally anything I ask spirit for, I get. And so I know that the other shit, like getting my own place, having the money to buy me a Volkswagen van. I'm gonna see which one of these celebrity bitches gonna buy one. Yeah, because that definitely gonna mean that, yeah, that bitch been listening to me and she hears that I want a Volkswagen van and she's just doing it to try to spit in my face. But anyways, let's just fucking see, because you paranoid, mean they're not really out to get you. You feel what I'm trying to say? And that's really fucked up. And that's why sometimes it's not good for us to let people know when we suffer from certain mental conditions, because they'll try to use that shit against us. Oh, so you got schizoaffective disorder, bitch. You just imagining that I'm jealous of you. You just imagining that I'm watching you. Then, bitch, are you trying to tell me that it's a coincidence that I said I want to get me a Volkswagen van and you just suddenly buy one? Bitch, acting all spiritual and hippie and shit, trying to act like you me, trying to acquire my persona. Coincidences don't fucking exist. That's an illusion projected by the Matrix to distract us from the fact that everything that happens are signs and omens. So fuck off with that shit. Anyways, if I'm delusional, I'll continue fucking be delusional until I die. Because guess what? We all got flaws and faults. And if that's a flaw and fault of mine, okay, it ain't killing anybody. Because I ain't sending people to kill anybody. And I ain't killing anybody. So let's leave that there. So, okay. So, where was I? So yeah, the other shit that I want, like, the money to buy me a Volkswagen van, my own land, my little cottage and shit. I know that's gonna come. It's gonna come when it's supposed to come. Okay? So like when you get the other stuff that you ask for, those are supposed to be evidences that yes, spirit is listening to you. And say, just chill. Okay? Yeah, you didn't get the houses that, you didn't get the land, you didn't get the houses that, you didn't get money to put in your savings to buy the Volkswagen van, blah blah blah. This or that. Your music isn't out there as yet, but guess what? Everything got a timing. Because guess what? People are like, oh, you control your own destiny. No, bitch. You don't really, not really. And it's like a paradox, because like people are in places that they're not supposed to be, but at the same time they're supposed to be there because it's supposed to trigger other things into existence. Is like the domino effect. So it's like I said, a paradox. Okay, I spoke about that, about where the sacrificing and shit goes on in the industry. People are really not meant to be celebrities or put on pedestals or quote unquote considered celebrities, and they're not. They'll be like robbing people or trying to rob people of their fates and destinies, but at the same time it's destined to happen. It's like a paradox is like a major contradiction, but we don't. If you, it's mind boggling. Okay, so just leave it at that. Okay, so that's what it's pretty much like. But anyways, going back to, Nicki, because I done talked about what I do, why I've been so fucking busy, my interest, and all of that, what I do to occupy my time, and Spirit, yeah, oh yeah, Spirit had answered my prayer. I was like, okay, Spirit, I don't want to have this yearning to, be in a relationship or to be with someone to feel happy or completed. I want to love being by myself. And my gosh, guys, I literally saw overtime where in which I just, the desire that I had to be in a relationship just went out the fucking door. I literally am at this point in my life now where I can say I don't want to be in a relationship anymore, because the truth is I I feel like I got so much going on with myself, occupying my own time, enjoying my own time, that I feel like if I should get into a relationship, I'm gonna be a selfish lover. I would be a selfish lover, and being the fair, just, and balanced person that as I am, I'm not gonna do that. I mean, like, if you know that you're not gonna give of yourself and your time to the other person, likewise they should for you, just be by your fucking self. We're not all destined to be coupled up, you feel me, or be in relationships or to be married. Some of us are meant to be married once, and it's supposed to last just for a few years, a few months, and that's it. We just be single, because like that eventually teaches us that, hey, you never really wanted marriage, that. Yeah. So, just think on that shit. I mean, like, I want to do a video and another recording about marriage. And actually, it was that I really wanted to write a book on it. I received the epiphany yesterday that I should write a book about it. But of course, it's my perspective, it's how I feel, it's how I see the world, how I see, I just how I it's just my outlook at this point in my life, you know and of course, everybody, got their own different outlook, got their own outlook. So it's just, just look into mine or look through mine. It's not to acquire it, because if you don't really feel that conviction, or you don't feel that desire, or let me just say conviction. Hey, we're not in fucking church, but I can't think of another word. If you don't feel compelled to live like that, like a life of singlehood, like me, celibacy, or not just really celibacy, because you can be single but not celibate, then if you don't feel, if you don't feel the desire for that, don't do that, because I come with a reasonable argument, or perspective as to why that's better. It's just how I perceive shit at this point in my life. Okay. But of course, if you see that it makes sense and you want to live like that, I it's not about, man. Yeah, some things we learn through other people, but it's better more while when you learn on your own, because like a couple years ago, like somebody couldn't just tell me to be by myself. I had to like go through shit and feel shit too, and then experience being on my own and get used to being on my own, get to love being on my own, to really come to this come by this conclusion. Okay, so going on, to talk about Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion. It's a weird ass fucking name, but I'm not gonna criticize, because guess what? I'm fucking weird in my own way. So okay, I'm gonna leave that shit. But we ain't gonna leave the asshole behind all of this, and it's Jay-Z. I've been talking about I've been exposing this motherfucker for some time now, and he's a very wicked man. And since I've been talking and revealing and exposing that motherfucker, I realize like there are other channels. It's like I'm the future, guys, and it's in my natal chart. Whatever you hear me talking about, like right now, you it's gonna be revealed, but don't expect it to be revealed like tomorrow, next week, next month. Maybe it won't be exposed until a year or a few years down the line. But just remember, I told you so, and I told you first, okay? Even the old shit about him and Beyonce and Rihanna, all that won't be revealed. You feel me? Because like I came across this thing on YouTube talking about how bad he did Foxy Brown, and I don't even think that was released a month ago. If it was even released, it wasn't more than a few months ago. You feel me? But I don't remember how long ago that was released. You feel me? And I commented something under the video under another account that I got, because I got several YouTube accounts, but because that was the account that I was signed in at the time. But the thing is, he's a pedophile. I'ma just say it straight out. And I never really wanted to say it. I'm not even sure if I did say it then, but let me just say that man has Beyonce better watch him in Blue Ivy. And what's the other girl's name? She better. Cause like if you can sexually violate another man's kid, you can do it to your fucking own. I'm just saying. Where is the boundary? There's literally no boundary right there. You're not gonna tell me, oh, you molest young girls, you molest girls and young women, but only the ones doing blood. Shut the fuck up. Okay? You done crossed a boundary and a line when you no longer exclude girls and young women from your dating pool or your fucking pool. So shut the fuck up. he it's obvious. And but the thing is, why people stop talking about, oh, he fucked Rihanna, which is how she got that umbrella collab and that push and that blow up in the industry. Let me tell you something. Money was paid to push her in the industry, to push her music, to promote her music. And it wasn't done because, oh, she seems so talented, she can sing, she can rap, because God, we all know she don't write none of her fucking songs. And we all know that while she's not the world's worst singer, she's definitely not the best, nor the second to best, nor the third to best, nor halfway there. Okay? She received, when people started talking about how the fuck she got where she was, they started giving her vocal lessons. Okay? And the thing is, being trained vocally, receiving vocal training can make a pig sound like a cow. I don't know if that makes any sense. It can make somebody who literally cannot sing to piss or save their fucking life, literally, like, I don't even want to put Adele in this shit, but let's not put Adele in this, because she, even with all the vocal training, she's not on Adele's level. She's not even on Beyonce's level, you know. But is that comparing Adele to Beyonce? I'm not gonna compare them. They are two phenomenal singers, Um, I'm not gonna even talk about, this isn't about Beyonce now. I'm not gonna talk about her ability to sing and the spirituality of all of that and how that got to be. Cause I'm not even gonna talk about that. Let's just leave that there. I'ma just say Adele is a natural, born natural. I'ma leave that right there. Beyonce, yes, Beyonce had the ability, the capability to sing. Yeah, but we noticed over the years, which, increased with a lot of information coming forward about a lot of sacrifices she be making. Her voice is in, her vocal ranges and ability has increased and gotten better and better. But like I said, this isn't about her right now. This is about the devil that she married to, which is her husband. Okay. Okay, let me just say this. Um they have this saying, desperate times calls for desperate measures. So most of these people you got doing sacrifices, notice they're from the black community, no shade. And these always start with these poor, hungry belly, starving motherfuckers like Diddy, Jay-Z, them motherfuckers, okay? And they done sacrifice a lot of motherfuckers to get where they at. Okay, it wasn't that they were no best rapper. Shut the fuck up, okay? Tupac was really good. He got sacrificed, okay? Okay, he was really good. Whether he got sacrificed in the sense that he was banished and he's now in hiding and he getting no attention, really no like live attention, just dead attention. I mean, dead attention, in fact, that people are like, oh, he was so great, now he's dead. That's what I mean. Or he's beyond the grave. Okay, or he's in the grave, however you want to term that. Okay, but he was sacrificed. I never really listened to Biggie, to be honest. So, and I'm not gonna say like I'm more like a Tupac kind of like listener. I'm not gonna say fan, but listener. But Biggie, I'm not gonna shade Biggie because I heard they had a rift, and I'm not gonna judge what I never really listened or observed. That's bias. Okay, so I don't really know about him. Let's just leave that right there. But I know Tupac shit was good. Okay, and he had some insight that wasn't too bad. So, you know, yeah, he was, I don't want to say okay, but he was, somewhat conscious in some way. I'm gonna leave it right there. Um, but we see where, some of the niggas were, sorry, some of the ninjas were hungry belly niggas. Sorry, hungry belly ninjas. Okay, we see where some of the ninjas were hungry belly ninjas. Okay, like Jay-Z and P Diddy. Okay, they pretty much rubbed that off on some of their proteges, the ones that came from hungry belly suffering upbringings, like Rihanna, Jay-Z's protege. They don't call her that anymore because he done put her on, and he had to put her on because he was screwing her on. He was screwing her on. Okay. I saw this video. You feel me? And on Beyonce's tour, and she sang the song. I don't even remember what the name of the song is, and because I called a lot of female artists names. I think it was just me, just female artists, and she said Riri also. I'm like, hmm. But then I remember like my readings, they are so I'm way ahead of my time. You feel what I'm trying to say? And usually a lot of times when you're ahead of your time, you tend to mature faster in a mental sense, in a spiritual sense. And two, not always, you be waiting on your Jupiter, and it seems like the wait is forever. You might not get it until your mid 30s, late 30s, 40s. I think J.K. Rowling, She started writing. She became famous. When did she start getting her Jupiter? I think it was in her 30s or shit. 30s or early 40s, something thereabout. But it wasn't young. And that's how it is sometimes. You feel me? When you're ahead of your time, it's like you don't know that you're supposed to be somewhere. And it's like, oh, I feel like that ain't gonna happen again. Because, like, it's too long. But it's just that, you're just waiting to catch up with time because, like, you were ahead of your time. But at the same time, here's another paradox. You were supposed to be born when you were born under certain frequency year, frequency month, frequency day. Okay, mostly the year. Okay, in this sense, because the year is what affects your age. Okay, you're Saturn. You're Saturn. So, you'd be like, oh damn, I know I'm supposed to be up there, out there, somewhere, not here. But like, why the fuck am I not there? So it just makes you feel like you are just not living in your purpose. Okay? Um, but it's coming. Because you feel it, just know it's coming. And that's why you see the other things that you ask for materializing. It's just not yet time for the other things to materialize. Okay? It's not that you ain't gonna get it. It's not that you don't deserve them. It's just not yet time. So, okay. Back to the whole Jay-Z shit. What I'm trying to say is Jay-Z is a piece of shit. Okay? And I never met these people physically, but spiritually, I know these motherfuckers. Okay? I discovered that I don't need to use my deck of cards to 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 know these people. I'm clear sentient. I'm clear audient. I'm clairvoyant. There's another one. Claircognizant. Let's focus mostly on the claircognizance in this. I just know. I don't know how I fucking know, but I just know, and it turns out that what I know is what is. That is what is. I just know. I just know. And so far, what I know and been knowing is so. Okay? So he's a shit. If you see, for me, and the clear sentence comes into play where this is concerned too. You see, you could pretend to be the good guy all you fucking want. I can see through the veils. I can see through facades. I can see through illusions. That's in my natal chart. That's a gift that I got also, okay? I'm heavy with gifts. I'm heavy with talents. Okay? So for me, literally that's why I am a loner. Cause like people tend to pretend so much on some real shit. There's so many illusions, so many facades. The whole matrix itself is a facade, an illusion, a veil, you know, separating us from the real shit, which is the spiritual shit, okay? Spirituality, that's what's real. Because spirit don't lie. Okay? You good, you good, you bad, you bad. Okay? You wicked, you wicked, you evil, you evil. Point blank. But, you know, people, they pretend a lot. And sometimes you'd be surprised that the people who act like they're the good guys ain't the good guys. The people who act like they're the bad guys ain't bad at all. Okay, people you thought were wicked are actually not wicked but evil, so they're pretty much necessary, and they're like karma to the real wicked motherfuckers. Okay, so let me just tell you something. Jay-Z, and no, Jay-Z isn't evil. He isn't necessary. He's just an unnecessary wicked motherfucker. Okay, he has destroyed a lot of young women's lives. He has used a lot of them, discarded them. He co-signed the usury of a lot of them and the discard of a lot of them. Okay, Um, let's don't look at the Rihanna and the Megan Thee Stallion because it's pretty much a similar situation. I'm not talking about the fucking situation. Okay, so Megan Thee Stallion, they say she signed to Jay Z's label, right? Rihanna was, or I guess is still, I don't know, signed to Jay Z's label. Um, I'm not sure, but I thought they said that she created her own record label, but I didn't hear shit about that. You know, and I mean, like, there's a lot of illusions. Remember, I spoke in the recording before this one about celebrities and their net worths. Don't believe all of that shit. You know, to start up a record label, to start signing artists, investing in them, it takes a lot of money, and you'd be surprised that it's not so fucking easy. And when they say they are worth this, it don't mean they got that in their bank accounts, and as well as like I said, um, some of them be hiding their true net worths. Okay, and some of them are just too open with it because they want to seem like they're the best. And when you get to the nitty gritty of it, they don't really have that much money. I mean, their net worth is, um, the stores they opened up, the clothes they got selling, the makeup they got selling, the fragrances they got on the market selling, you know, the houses they own, the cars they own. It's including all of those shit. It's not what they literally got in their bank accounts. Bear that in fucking mind. Okay. Okay. So, having a record label, creating the name, like, what did he say again? Copyrighting the name. This is one thing, blah, blah, blah. But getting the artists and, investing in artists is a whole other kettle of fish and money. Okay. So let's talk about why somebody obviously is talented as Nicki Minaj. And the truth is, I'm not really a Nicki Minaj fan. The truth is, I'm not a fan of the music industry, period. Period. Okay? With a T at the end. We know. It's just emphasis. Okay, let me just be grammatically correct. Period. Okay. She's, her thing is okay. And for some, more than okay. And that's not irrational. Lyrically and with finesse and style and pattern, like we would say in Jamaica and I guess maybe the UK or England and shit. Eating well proper and fashion. Okay? And let me tell you, Megan Thee Stallion is no fucking where near Nicki Minaj's talent, and it's just what it is. Again, I say I'm not a Nicki Minaj fan. But the truth is the fucking truth. And this is an eye opening thing for people to open their eyes. And don't tell me, people listen to Megan Thee Stallion more than Nicki Minaj. Shut the fuck up. Because we know that ain't fucking true. Okay? Because when you think about female rapper, the first female rapper who gonna come to everybody's mind, whether they like her, yes or no, is Nicki Minaj. And even people who don't fucking like her attitude, they be vibing to her song. It is the fucking truth. It is the truth. I mean, let me tell you something. Not because you refuse to admit the truth does not make it less of the truth. Okay? And I find it weird that she was like friends with Rihanna, or they still friends. I don't know. Yet, I don't know why I was gonna say this, but these two bitches got two sons. Um, who be like, man, one is so cute and one is ugly as fuck. I'm sorry. Some of you may not like me for saying that, but I'm just saying. Because the truth is, some of these men, they think that not getting involved with a woman because of her energy is, they think that getting with a woman because of her energy is not the right way. It's more like how she looks, and it's not even more so, it's not even really how she looks, but her complexion, especially these black men. That is why you have light skinned black women, they more go with, or Hispanic women, non-white women, even though you got a couple of these, I mean white women, even though you got a couple of these white women getting with these black men, but more so these light skinned black women, and few of these Hispanic women getting with black men, because these black men are like chasing them down and making them feel like they the shit. I think I spoke about this in another recording, and a YouTuber pointed this ish out. No, she didn't. She didn't go as far as I'm going. That as far as I've been, but a lot of these chicks is like these light skinned black women. They don't get this praise from white men, or I guess maybe Hispanic men either. They don't get this praise from non-black men. Okay, they don't. They don't even get this praise from light-skinned black men. They don't. It is these dark-skinned black men that they get praise from, or maybe the mid-tone black men got a little lightness, but they're not light-skinned. You get what I mean. Um, only only black people see the different shades. I mean, like, yeah, other races do, and I see this because I'm seeing beyond the veil. And like I said, even though I'm not in the streets, I understand the streets. I don't got the mindset of the streets, but I watch, I observe, and I study the streets, so I know how fucked up people think. Okay, so yeah, the other races, they do in some way notice the shades, but it's not to say they prefer, it's not to like pick the lighter ones. It's not like back in the days in slavery, as to what they claimed, the slave masters would prefer the light skinned blacks and put them in the houses, and the dark skinned put the dark skinned ones in the fields. It's not like that, because like I be telling people, white men, even it, just overall non-black men, okay, they prefer dark-skinned black women, okay, and light-skinned black women, they only get a rise and praise from these colorist dark-skinned black men, okay. And that's why you notice a lot of these light-skinned black women like Rihanna end up with these dark-skinned Negroes, okay, because like they lust after them because they got these light complexion thing going for them, and that's all them self-hating Negroes see. That's literally all they freaking see. Skin complexion. They don't look at a woman's features. They're dense as a bat. Like, not saying that bats are dense, but you get what I mean. It's just a Jamaican phrase, Them don't like bat. Bats are not necessarily dumb or dense. It's just maybe how that phrase came about is bats, they cannot see well, so I guess much light doesn't enter their cornea. If they got corneas or whatever, I guess. Maybe they don't. Maybe that's why they can't see well. But anyways, they don't see well. Okay. I think the reason why they don't see well from a scientific perspective is because the light, the sun is too bright. So, and their eyes are sensitive to all of that. And so, for them to be able to see, I'm just saying, I'm not really sure if that's how it goes. And I would assume it's the same for owls. they can see in minimal light, not really bright light. It's like when it's too bright, they cannot see. I'm assuming that's how it goes. So let's just not say that light doesn't penetrate their eyes. It's just that their eyes are just too sensitive or too powerful to, that they don't really require so much light to be able to see. Okay, just a little light. Anyways, point is, these dark, a lot, not all of them, because we got dark skinned black men who, love dark skinned black women, but I'm talking about the self hating ones. Okay, they don't understand mathematics, they don't understand shapes and symmetry and blah blah. They don't get all that shit. They only know color, and then not so much. You feel what I'm trying to say? Because they be calling yellow toned woman or red toned woman brown. I mean, that even the kids nowadays got more sense than that. They be like, you know, like my sons, they're like, you're not black, mommy, you're brown. I mean, like, they got kids, the kids got more fucking sense than a lot of these. I mean, like, these kids nowadays, they're so fucking smart. Some of them. Let's just say that kids, like, monstrous parents give birth to monstrous kids. Dumb parents some of the times. Because if you come from dunce parents and you got sense, then you know that you a black sheep. Holla. Anyways, what I want to say though is, and vice versa, you know what it means. So they don't look at the shape of the woman's nose, I mean, like, she has colored eyes and she got light skin, and so obviously, you think the baby gonna look, cute, because complexion makes somebody look cute. Fucking idiots. you know um they get, they allow themselves to be manipulated by these contouring and the whole heap of makeup, and so, you know makes these women make their nose look straighter than they actually are, or not as wide as they are. And listen, I'm not saying wide or broad noses are unattractive. Okay, it's just what makes, and then again, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So what's unattractive to me may be attractive to somebody else. So just bear that in mind. But anyways, it's also it's just that, like I said, I'm not in the street, but I know what these people in the street think, like how they think and shit like that. So, um it's just it's just the combination of the nose, and I guess I could be a plastic surgeon because I kind of get what these people are trying to accomplish. Yeah. So, like, the nose and the forehead, to the eyes, the brows, and the lips, and the cheeks, and I get it. Okay. Um. So a lot of these men, they see these light skinned black women. I'm like, okay, they can give them pretty babies because they're light skinned, and maybe they'll be like, maybe they even think like, okay, so her nose is a bit broad, but I got a straight nose, so maybe the baby will get my nose. Nah, yeah, maybe, but maybe the baby will take after her, her nose and all, her forehead and all that fucking shit. And maybe the baby will take all the unattractive features that she got, plus the unattractive features that you got. That's what's in your eyes, okay? So you don't really like her nose and her forehead, but she's light skinned, but she got money, blah blah blah. You got, quote unquote, somewhat straight nose, blah blah. Your forehead, you like your forehead and shit. It's just that you dark. You know what Spirit does? Spirit punishes your ass. Spirit gives you a dark skinned baby with a big ass forehead and a fucking broad nose. All the features that you hate. Because you are a self-hating Negro. And like I said, I'm not saying those features are unattractive. I'm saying they're unattractive to a self-hating Negro. Black features. Maybe the only thing that is black associated that they go for are the thick lips and fat ass. But then again, we know that women from other races can have fat asses too without having surgeries done. And they can have thick lips also. Angelina Jolie without, getting, fillers and all that shit. So, yeah, pretty much that's that. But, let's go back to talking about the award and shit. You know how my recordings are. I call them recordings, not really videos, because even though it's in the form of a video, because it's not actually a video. Yeah, it's my voice attached to my photo. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, that's why I be referring to these as recordings. So, Jay-Z, he a manipulative dude. What? I mean, like, we know Beyonce. She can sing, she can perform, she can dance and all of that shit. But let's be real. You know why she got so many awards? Okay, we know why. She got so many awards since she's been affiliated with Jay-Z. Okay. So that's one, okay? And then, when Rihanna came into the picture, it was like drama and competition between her and Beyonce. But he had to, hold up his end of the bargain because he did fuck Rihanna. He did fuck her. That's, and it's like men like those, they're ugly as fuck. But, like I said to a ninja some weeks ago, it was like they were pretty much lusted after this chick. I never saw the chick, so I don't even know which chick it is. And he was like, if he ever got the opportunity to get with that chick, what you would settle down instantly. Then he started talking a whole bunch of shit that he would knock her up several times, and he never said the intention behind why he would get her pregnant several times, but it's to tie her down. A lot of black men are toxic like that. They don't try to create a financial stable foundation, okay, before trying to build a family. They are so insecure and think so little of themselves that they think that to keep a woman, they gotta tie her down. They think they have to tie her down with a whole bunch of responsibilities like babies. And then when they do this, they abandon the woman and the kid, even if they still sleep in the same house. But they're always out with their friends on the streets. They don't be like, some days they come home, and not all of them, but majority of them, and like, honey, I'll babysit tonight. You go out, go ahead and have a girls' night out and have fun with your friends. They don't do that. They be like, okay, now you're stuck at home with the kids, and if you leave these kids, you're a bad mother. You gotta commit your life now to being a mother. You gotta stay home, and you can't go out for no other Negro to see you ever again. I got you on lockdown. And so they leave and they go out. A lot of times they claim the reason is to hang out with their friends, boys' night out, boys, whatever, blah blah blah. And it's just them went out to scout for another victim to fuck their life up. That's how a lot of these Negroes think. And I was like, when he even when he said how he would settle down ASAP and blah, I'm like, y'all say that, but y'all don't mean that. Because once they acquire or get, let me just say, I mean, acquire sounds like that, but you know what I mean. Because that's all it is to them. They see women as possessions. You know, it's like a diamond ring or watch or chain, a suit of clothes. It's just, they just see women as possessions. They make them look good, and just they seemingly add value to them. And it's so fucked up that they don't really look at it from a proper corrective perspective, because they run down a lot of these women. They make they put them in situations where they are unable to take care of themselves, and they become unkept, you know. Okay, and so these women look so horrible in comparison to, you know, how they looked prior to getting with these losers. You feel what I'm trying to say? So it's like, how is that woman of value now when she literally looks like fucking shit since she got with you? You feel what I'm trying to say? So anyways, um they say that, but the thing is, when you are a top gal, let's just say that, and they get with you, yeah, once they get with you or acquire you, I don't like to use that, but you know what I mean, get with you, um it's like your value goes down. They no longer see the desire or the need to impress you, because they already got with you. You feel what I'm trying to say? That's why you don't you study these men to, you know, figure out these mannerisms, and you just don't deal with them. You cannot win with men like those. And pretty much that's, you know, a part of, you know, the whole situation with Jay-Z and Beyonce, a part of. Okay, remember I spoke about the black magic and blah blah blah. I'm seeing a spider right now, and this animals, their symbolism also. So transformation, inheritance. Okay, beautiful. I'm getting good energy from the spider I'm looking at, you know, and the symbolism behind it. Anyway, so it's like Beyonce is like, and still is, you know, the type of woman any most, let me just say most of these men would want to get with, you know. Yeah. But yet, you know, she got with one of the ugliest motherfucker in the industry, and he still had the nerve to cheat on her. And it's not with just one bitch or two bitch, a lot of bitches. So she might have found out about one. Damn, there's so many. You feel what I'm trying to say? Because like, he does not value her. And the whole thing is, it's cheaper to keep her than to fucking lose her, because they got kids and there'd be a divorce, and she having evidence that he cheated. He definitely would have to pay her alimony plus child support. No fucking doubt.